Hey everyone, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Chade Arena. You've probably heard of sleep paralysis because it sounds like so much fun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's when you get stuck in a paralyzed state, sort of half asleep, half awake, and usually when people are stuck like this, they will get extremely stressed and have horrific hallucinations. If you're just learning about this, well now you know that sleeping can be dangerous too. You could be aiming for a nice power nap and it could turn into visions of gargoyles kissing you on the forehead. And because our minds are so powerful, we can whip up some pretty unique sleep paralysis hallucinations. And this is why I'm bringing you today's list of top 10 scary sleep paralysis demons. I don't think we even need scary in the title. We're not going to do a list of top 10 agreeable sleep paralysis demons. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Also, make sure you stick around for the whole video because I want you guys to hit up the comments and let me know if there's any demons on this list that you've encountered in your own sleep paralysis. Let's try and make this list even creepier. And remember to check out Most Amazing Top 10 on Instagram and Facebook for more content. But before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to our amazing sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an amazing game packed full of epic fantasy characters and settings. Raid Shadow Legends will take you to a world of dark fantasy and realism. This game has been a massive hit in the mobile market with over 10 million players downloading the game worldwide in less than 6 months. It's a brand new collection RPG that is taking the mobile gaming landscape by storm. Raid has over 400 champions to collect with over 1 million champion builds. You can build a clan with your friends and head into raids, or send yourself into the PvP battle arena to crush anyone who thinks they can stand up to you. Assemble a team of fantasy creatures like orcs, elves, and undead in a fully voiced campaign. What I love about this game is you can find something for everybody. Personally, my favorite character is Crusader. I love him because he's so offensive and has wicked armor. Really, anyone can find something to love about this game and spend a ton of enjoyable hours on. Personally, I'm really into the PvP arena and the raiding. I like to wipe out all the enemies in my path. I think this game is amazing, but you don't have to take my word for it. Raid has over 200,000 reviews on the Play Store and has a nearly perfect score. That's amazing. And if you're quick enough, you can join my clan. This game is also growing super fast with a 6-month roadmap of content updates. There's going to be new factions to join, a tag team arena feature, and a new clan boss to take down with your clanmates. So what are you waiting for? Head down to the description in this video and find the special link for the new player program. This will give you 50,000 silver and an epic champion to get you started. So I can't wait to see you in there. Honestly guys, you have to jump into this game. The reward system is amazing and it feels so good unlocking new characters while you're playing with your friends. Now that I've introduced our amazing sponsor, let's get into this list. At number 10 we have the hooded figure. Okay, so we're gonna kick off this list with a classic. I think whenever you see a hooded figure, whether it's in your sleep paralysis or when you're walking down the street, it's always terrifying. You have no idea what's under the hood. They could pull it up and reveal a disgusting face full of maggots, or it could just be some regular lady who really likes hoods at the worst time. But this encounter with the hooded being comes from Redditor Curly Bacon, and he said he would wake up in his room unable to move, and a tall entity shrouded in black would be posted up in the corner of his room. Every time he saw this thing, he could not see its face because it was covered by the classic dark cloak, but he could feel that it was looking at him, and he also felt that this thing was evil. I mean, that makes sense. If you're a good guy, you don't appear in people's rooms at night and then stare at them while they're petrified. You're too busy teaching blind kids how to read. At number 9 we have red eyes. Alright guys, this one comes from Reddit user Black Feathers. Now he says that this happened to him while he was living in his dead grandfather's home. One day he went to take a nice little afternoon cat nap with some music on, and before he knew it, he was stuck in sleep paralysis and the music started to twist into crying voices. Then the closet he was facing started to open up, and what was in it? Well, a new Equinox home gym complete with workout gear. Just kidding, it was a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes, and it started to whisper the word hell. He then woke up and ran out of his house. At number 8 we have the Gremlin. We have another one from the Reddit user Curly Bacon. I feel so sorry for this dude. Like, I love sleeping. It's one of my top 5 favorite things. It's up there with like eating, YouTube fight videos, memes, and when dogs have their ears flipped on the inside out. Oh, it's so cute. I love it so much. But when Curly Bacon over here falls asleep, he's like, wow, I wonder which one of my sleep paralysis demons is going to come visit me tonight. I'm so popular. And the Gremlin sounds horrible. He says he will see this thing in the corner of his rooms, and it'll even sometimes be on the ceiling. Oh great, it's athletic. And it will always be whispering to itself in some weird language. On the most uncomfortable occasion, he said that he woke up in sleep paralysis and the gremlin crawled over to his back and then stuck its long snake-like tongue into his ear. A demonic wet willy. Ugh. At number 7 we have black creatures. Dark floating creatures, things wearing black hoods, ghostly black creatures. I think there's definitely a theme here. I wonder if you just got a nice little nightlight to brighten up your room, then all your sleep paralysis problems would go away. Like the figures would just look way more cheerful. It would either be that or they would actually see their demonic faces and would be 10 times more terrifying. Well, this guy would have encounters with a black creature in his room, and he said it would shapeshift. It would sometimes take the form of people he knew. He felt like it was in a way to trick him. Once he said it took the form of his brother on the other side of his door and was trying to ask him for help. He knew it wasn't his actual brother because his brother didn't live with him. Ha, you gotta get a little smarter, demon. At number 6 we have the Cuddler. Now even though I've given this one a nice cute name, it's not the kind of cuddling you want. This one was written by Reddit user Bumpstart Broomstick, and he talked about when he would get sleep paralysis, he would be visited by a figure that he couldn't see, but he could feel it climb into bed with him and then start cuddling him. This thing felt like it had bony arms of a skeleton and would get so close to him that he could feel it breathing on his neck. I bet if you changed those bony arms for nice squishy skin covered ones, then this wouldn't be that bad. I could use a surprise cuddle every now and again. But the worst part is that when this bony creature leaned in close to him and he could feel it breathing on him, it whispered, "Not yet. You're not ready yet." What the hell does that even mean? At number 5 we have Justin Bieber. Why not? Why not? Put Justin Bieber on the list. Oh what? We got Justin Bieber sneaking into your room in a sleep state and ruining your life. I'm pretty sure you could sue him for that and make a killing. Well, this was written by a huge Justin Bieber fan named D. Jansma. When she was a young girl around the age of 12, she had a big old Justin Bieber poster in her room. She would go to sleep facing the poster, so it would be the last thing she saw when she fell asleep and the first thing she saw in the morning. Yo, I think this girl needs to chill a little bit. You can take things too far. I understand being a fan, but you're kind of turning into a psycho. Well, one night this backfired on her because she woke up in sleep paralysis. Instead of seeing her beautiful Bieber, she saw a decomposing man in the poster staring back at her. Once she woke up for real, she quickly took the poster down and it never happened again. You sound like a fake fan. At number 4 we have Chompchomp. Swinging in at the number 4 spot we have a story from one of my favorite Reddit usernames, Lebowski Achiever 12. The dude abides. He said he wouldn't get sleep paralysis often, but when he would, he saw this black figure walk into his room and stand over it. It would then bend down so close it was about 6 inches away from his face, and then it moved over to his ribs and it would start biting down on his ribs. He described this as extremely painful, but he couldn't move. Eventually, he would let out a massive scream and the figure would explode into a black cloud. So that's how you kill these things, you just yell at them. I thought the only thing you could destroy with yelling was a marriage where people were bad at communicating. At number 3 we have Take You Away. So what do these sleep paralysis demons want? Well, in the case of Reddit user Jellybean Skittle, fun name for a terrifying story, it seems they wanted to take her away. She suffered from a head injury, and after that her sleep paralysis worsened. She would wake up and be unable to move but feel a presence of something in the room with her. She would then feel as something was trying to drag her off her bed and then towards the mirror in her room. Maybe this creature wanted to take her to some sort of other world through the mirror. At number 2 we have multiple dark beings. In this one we have not 1, not 2, but 4, 5, or even sometimes 6 demons floating around a room. It's a nice little demonic party. Such a great time. And these guys mean business. The person who wrote this story said they would have to scream themselves awake. That would be terrible to sleep beside. These demons would even get super close and whisper nursery rhymes in her ear. At least if it's coming from a demon, you know it's probably an original. I don't think dark floaty figures were raised on Hush Little Baby. And on one occasion, the demons started stabbing her in the stomach. These guys have no chill. After this, she woke up with a ruthless pain in her abdomen. She obviously was terrified, so she went straight to the hospital. It turns out her appendix exploded. This is super creepy. Did the demons cause this to happen to her? Or was it the more logical answer that her appendix was exploding anyways and the hallucinations made it seem like the demons were doing it to her? Really? I don't know. At number 1 we have The Masked Man. Alright, topping off this list, we have some stuff that will make you want to wet your pajamas tonight when you're sleeping alone with all the lights on in your home. This comes from Redditor Hoobshanker, who wrote that one night in an awful case of sleep paralysis, a masked figure with long demonic nails walked into his room carrying a sack. The figure opened up the sack and proceeded to pull out each one of this Redditor's loved ones and then slit their throats one by one with his long demonic nails. He then walked to the edge of his bed and started to stroke his head with the blood-covered claws until he woke up. Alright everyone, that is our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Also, hit up the comment sections like I said before. Let me know if you've seen these demons in your own sleep. What a good time. And make sure you follow Most Amazing Top 10 on Instagram and Facebook. It's a great way to get to know myself and the other hosts a little bit better. Until next time, I've been Shade Arena. Good night.